Hello everyone, it's my channel. Today we're doing a reading for sign of Capricorn. So let's see what we have for our Capricorns here. Now we are going to use tarot cards. Alright, but these are not regular tarot cards. They have different meanings, so there'll sometimes be a card that'll be different than... It'll be like a... It'll even have a different name than most other cards. You know, most other tarot decks, it'll be like a major arcana with like a different name, different meaning. So when those type of cards pop up, we will be reading out the book for that meaning. Alright, Capricorn, I wanted to say Aquarius. Maybe you have Aquarius placements in your chart or one around you. Alright, Capricorn, but let's see what we have for you. The Spirit's message for you, intentions, and so on. Alright. See, like this card. Alright, so we have... I don't even know how to exactly say this. It's got weird lettering in it. Alright, but we have a woman here, like, mixing potions together. There's, like, a cauldron here. There's a rainbow in the background. Alright? So this is, like, blending and mixing things together in some sort of sense of, like, magic. Right? But it's nothing bad because we have a rainbow in the background. Rainbows are good things. Okay? You see? So let's see what we have else. Before we get into... Yeah, we have star, like I said, Aquarius. So either you have those placements in your chart or one around you here. Okay? And the Ace of Cups. Whatever this is that was blending and mixing things together with some sort of sense of magic, right? It's bringing new opportunities, new beginnings. And this was something done with the moon. Some sort of moon cycle. You see how the moon's kind of like a sliver? Alright, so it may have been done around then. Or upcoming. But it's bringing in new opportunities and it's going to bring in like emotions flowing. Alright, it's going to get the water flowing like this. So this is like the flow of life overall because we see we have star pouring like two things of water. We have this cup overflowing. And the Queen of Pentacles, this is your own card, whether you're male or female, does not matter, but maybe you also have Taurus placements in your chart. There's something here with the drum, so there's something here with drumming as well. You're playing a drum. And the Princess of Cups, you see you're very deep in your emotions when you did all this. Alright, maybe you're drumming as well, you're offering your cup to the universe here. Offering your emotions here to the stars, the star system, the moon. Here, Capricorn, we have the Fool in this. So you're jumping in something here like the Fool. Maybe towards what you've asked for or wanted. You have the Princess of Swords here. Okay. So, there may actually be a young Aquarius, Princess of Swords. There's the princesses here, and there's a star. It's either you're young, or maybe this is a young person around you. You have a Chariot. Alright, like this. We're moving forward with the Chariot here. Now, this Chariot actually has a different meaning, and we're going to read your first card as well here. But I do feel like there was some like I said, some sort of sense of magic here. There's nothing bad, because we have new opportunities and beginnings. Something that you asked for here with the stars and the moon. You did some type of drumming and you're in your emotions when you're in this. You're like ready to hop in. You're like, alright, let's do it. This is what I want. Here, let's have a look at a couple of your cards here, because they have different meanings in other books. I have to find the major arcana, because for some reason it's in the back of this book instead of it just being in order. So we start with Chariot, actually. It says triumph, success, mastery, control, will, the developed ego, overcoming obstacles, fame, journey. Alright, so whatever this was success. What you asked for, that was a success. Alright, that's going to be successful. This magic here is going to be successful. It says here we see a charioteer with an assured expression of victory. She's in control of her horses and she holds her hand, or her hands hold the reins by her sacral center, showing she has mastery of her generative powers, her instincts and sexuality, while her other hand holds a spear, in an echo of the magician's pose. Symbolic of the importance of time in relation to the card. Above the shaft between the horses is a symbol of the Druid and Wiccan wheel of the year, colored in brown, green, blue, and red. So that all 4 elements, you see, this is in a sense kind of like a magician card, all 4 elements, but what you've manifested, that is complete, that is going to be successful. All 4 elements are represented. The Chariot's checkered tunic and her black and white horses hint at her ability to control apparently opposing forces, which are in reality linked polarities. The journey to develop the persona, ego, or everyday self is a long one. But once we become conscious of a center awareness within ourselves, we can start to allow naturally organizing principle to work through us, which manifests that will. Through applying awareness and intention, and by using our will to make choices, we can steadily make progress towards success and achievement. One of the ways we make progress is by engaging with obstacles and by engaging with conflict. The unwise and immature person attempts to trample others with the force of their will and encounters unnecessary obstacles as a result. But with wisdom and maturity comes the ability to know when to confront or to stand firm and when to yield or surrender. Okay? Our path through life is a continuous dance between penetrating and yielding, between forging ahead and stopping to open the beauty and stillness of life around us. It's a successful engagement with life. If this card appears in a reading in a position of outcome in relation to a problem of difficulty, then it is likely that you'll find successful resolution. In its appearance in other positions may also indicate success. The qualities required to attain it. It may even signify prominence of fame in a chosen field or the attainment of mature control of your sexuality, which will ultimately give access to the Grail mystery. The Chariot suggests control needed to develop the personality and to master difficulties and circumstances, but sense truth, and consequently what is needed for our spiritual development is paradoxical. We must always be aware of the dangers of rigidity or of maintaining a battling spirit, when in reality yielding is required. Alright, look at this. Pay attention to what I just said. The black and white horse suggests an understanding which teaches that life is not so much governed by opposing forces as complementary forces, which acts as polarities rather than opposites. Yielding and penetrating or comforting then become 2 aspects of one process rather than become diametrically opposed. This discovery, experience in the body and the heart in the Lover's card, is experienced here in action in the world. It says maturity and wisdom come from courageously engaging the difficulties and challenges of life. The art of success lies in knowing when to surrender and when to take control. Alright? So you also have this maturity of when to act, when to confront, and when to step down. Alright, but we move on to your next card. Your first card that came out. It is Beltane. In the distance, we see Glastonbury, Tor, and Chalice Hill on the horizon, joined by a rainbow. In the foreground, we see Brigid. She is both Brigid, the goddess of flame in the holy well, and a woman in her service, a druid alchemist. Alright, so druid alchemist, who combines the powers of fire and water to create harmony, balance, and transformation. Alright, so you did something here to bring balance, harmony, and transformation. That's what this was. Into your life, other people's around you. Here, and you may have connected with the goddess Brigid for this. Standing in her roundhouse beside her cauldron, she mixes a potion from which the steam is rising, symbolizing fire and water mixed with air. She pours red liquid into a vessel containing white liquid to make gold, eternally mixing the waters of life in a process which is erotic, medicinal, and alchemical in philosophy. Around her we see herbs drying, a besom propped up against the wall, and parchment manuscripts being stretched with witch stones, stones of pebble or flint with naturally formed holes in them, thought to ward off evil, and also known as hag stones, fairy stones, or eye stones. Since this card represents the great work, the great rite, at a deeper level than portrayed in the Lover's card, we see its symbol as the hexagram, along with the related symbol of the snake and the egg, as found on a Druid altar stone. It says, harmony in successful creative endeavor. To find this card in a reading is extremely auspicious and may well indicate that you are entering a phase of successful creative endeavor. Maybe this was something to do with creativity as well. It's some sort of new creative project or success in creative business. The period of waiting patiently for the alwyn of inspiration to distill as portrayed in the card of the Hangman is over. You may find that you're in position to restore harmony among competing factions. Alright, look at this. So this can actually be working with forces which would then known to compete. You're bringing them together. Alright, I see the Chariot in this card. But you may also find that merely centering yourself in a feeling of deep peace is all you need to do at this point. All you need to do, Capricorn, is be peaceful at this point. The waters of inspiration and contentment flow freely between your conscious and unconscious selves, between your inner and outer worlds, and there's nothing in particular that you need to do. This card urges many different aspects of yourself to create or to cease being separated or caramelized, so that your heart can talk freely with your head, your sexual self with your emotional self, the personality used at work with your creative, artistic self, and so on. The channels are open, the relationship's made, the essence is blended. This is work of magic which brings good and beauty into the world. It says allow inner and outer, masculine and feminine to blend within you. Give birth to your creative self. Alright, so we're blending everything together, Capricorn. Even drumming here, getting into the emotions. I feel like to create harmony and transformation here in your life, and it's bringing new opportunities for you. I feel like that's what you may have done. You have a tower. Boom! You have a tower being struck down. You have the King of Pentacles. This is your own card. Once again, whether male or female does not matter, but we're uniting both the male and the feminine aspects within ourselves here. So there's some sort of blockage that was in the way of that's being removed. Okay? The moon. Like I said, this was something that you may have manifested with the moon. Four of Wands. See harmony and balance once again. Hermit. Maybe you also have Virgo placements in your chart. Two of Swords. You have two pathways being presented to you. It's up to you what you choose. You have a Two of Wands. So once again, up to you what you choose here. Six of Swords, and how you get in the boat and how you move forward here. Alright, Capricorn, but I feel like you may have someone here approaching you who may be another earth sign like yourself, can be a twin flame here. Maybe there's something that was in the way of that's being removed. Alright, can be, I don't really feel like another Capricorn like yourself. I feel like maybe a Virgo or a Taurus here. What you do with them, that's up to you. Whether you get in the boat and you move forward with them, because you kind of see the Hermit at the back of the boat. Someone who kind of looks like the Hermit here. Maybe even have two people approaching you. It's up to you what you choose, but also can be that in terms of like home as well, because Four of Wands can also represent a home here. What you choose, that's up to you at this point, Capricorn. So, that's a message for you. Now let's get some runes and sounds yourself. If you feel like commenting down below on what exactly you are trying to manifest or exactly what you did, go ahead and feel free to do so. Alright, so we also have Cancer and Pisces. So you could have those placements in your chart, or maybe one around you. And this moon beetle that you're connecting with, like I said, connected with the moon. Alright, for all this right here, we have a rose. Rose is like being in the heart space. We have a Chinese zodiac sign of the monkey, so you could be that, or maybe someone around you could be. You have the white raven, which symbolizes protection. There's a big breakthrough, and there's justice. Alright, so, Capricorn, that's all I have for you. And if you want to see more content, hit over like, subscribe. Bye, guys.